Okay. So this meeting is being recorded per the rules of SHAC, so we can post these later, but feel free to talk. So last meeting, we had a meeting in November, and what we did was we updated the wellness plan that was approved by the school board. So everything we asked for was approved. That's on the website already. So that's basically what the last meeting was. But now we need to talk about SB 9, which is Senate Bill 9, and House Bill 1525. So there's health TEKS that need to be taught that come from the state. But in addition to coming from the state, like, yes, you teach them, but then also the SHAC, which is us, we have to approve them, and then the school board has to finally approve them. We have to recommend them to the school board approves them, even though they are also recommended. So one way we're going to do this is through Quaver. Now, Quaver is a health PE TEK curriculum that was purchased by the school board. I mean, the district has already purchased this. So there's many, many lessons, but the ones that we need to talk about are what's on this paper that I just handed out, because these are the sensitive lessons. And by sensitive, I didn't give you one. I'll give you one in just a second. The parents have to opt in. They have to have a signed permission slip in order to do these, and also they're required. But if they don't opt in, we'll have to find a safe place for them to go. But so they're all we have to. I have seen almost all, not all of these videos. I didn't send them out in advance because you can't share them with everybody. I just want to say that as I send them. I will share them. I'll share this link with you guys, and you can, if you're another concerned parent, you can share them, but don't put it on a platform where anybody, or you can put, don't put it on the district website or any social media, anything where that everybody can see it. So this list of sensitive topics, and you see the grade level, like there's one for first grade. There's none for kinder. There's one for first grade, one for second grade, third gets more, fourth, and then by fifth you have quite a few down the list. The one I was most concerned with was the puberty reproductive system, but I have watched most of them at this point. And I just want to say that the puberty, it says 4-5, you see that list? That's really just 4, because the My Reproductive System, that's 5, is the same videos as puberty. It's the puberty videos with a few more slides. And then that one that says Body Systems 3, that's also 5, is a complete duplicate. All of those are in the one that says My Reproductive System. So we're only going to do those once. And also, the counselor, the counselor coordinator, Dr. Wilson, wanted some of these to be taught in conjunction with the counselor. So they'll be with the PE teachers because they're the ones who will own all of these. But the counselors for the first grade, the safe and unsafe touch, she recommended that you have the counselors sit in. But some of these, like saying no in risky situations, would be just a regular PE. You have to opt in, but just the regular PE setup. But then the puberty and the reproductive system, we've suggested that the nurses sit in for at least part of it. I know you're going to be splitting them up into 2 areas, and not having one person alone, like you would want more than one person there to answer questions, but one of those to, yes, be the nurse. Okay? So do you want to watch some of these? Now, some of these are pretty good. Some of these are really cheesy, in my opinion. But I can send this so that you guys, so if you want to watch puberty right now, you want to look straight at human trafficking, like if there's something you want to see, and I'll send them so that later you can see them all, but like together as a group so you understand what these videos are. Is something right now most appealing to you guys? Is it reproductive systems?
I want to see the puberty because
me too.
Then let's do the reproductive systems because it's in there. It's in there. And also this one, will there be sound? We'll see, because it's just sometimes it's songs with words, and sometimes it's just songs. Is it
The sound is off here. Click the little.
Where?
When I was in the Quaver training, they said that you can take off certain things. So sometimes if there's a song or whatever, you can take the music out.
You don't have to hit play.
Various things to it.
Yeah.
It's playing. Isn't it playing?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Or is it not playing?
It's playing. It should be playing. Some of them have like talk videos where the machine is talking, but this one doesn't. This one, someone is going to have to be, I guess, reading all the words. But a lot of the videos did have where you just hit the go button and someone else is talking.
Those speakers.
Ooh, golly.
Heard the ding.
Yeah.
Hey, Don. Hey.
Huh? What device is it coming out of?
This one.
Is that the
Yeah.
computer? Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty boring so far.
Yeah. So some of the songs, actually right now it's not. Actually, this wouldn't be a song here. So you put it. Yeah.
Give us the PC.
And then a lot of times it will teach something, and then you break down into a game that seems particularly complicated to me. But I guess that's like it doesn't seem necessary, but like respecting boundaries, and then you have to play a game where you're building walls with people.
Now push play.
Welcome to the quiz. Let's see what you
I don't know what she
remember
did.
about your
We got it.
amazing
I wasn't
body
watching.
and its
You want to
systems.
see? There.
Hello, everyone.
It's working.
got it.
It's
It's
we got
working.
it,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
How babies are.
Okay.
So this is the 5th grade one I clicked on. But this is the puberty video that's
is
the
when
same
your
for
body
both.
begins to develop and transform into an adult body. For females, puberty can start from age 8 to 12. For males, puberty can start from age 9 to 14. Regardless of when puberty begins, your body will be in the state of change for several years.
And then someone would have to talk through this because they don't say anything. But somewhere they do.
The menstrual
Again.
cycle indicates that a female body is able to carry a baby. First, the egg matures in the ovary and the uterine lining thickens, preparing to support a fertilized egg. The egg is released and travels through the fallopian tube. If fertilized, it will embed in the rich uterine lining. If it is not fertilized, the egg and the uterine lining will exit the body through the vagina. This menses is reddish in color, like blood, but thicker. Then the uterus prepares for the next egg as it matures. This cycle continues in females every 25 to 30 days until they go through menopause.
Erection is when a male's penis stiffens as the result of increased blood supply. It can be the result of physical or mental stimulation, or can be spontaneous and have no apparent reason at all. When a male body enters puberty, erections may lead to ejaculation, when sperm is released through the urethra in a fluid called semen. The increased blood flow that occurs during an erection restricts the flow of urine from the bladder, so urine doesn't mix with the semen as it is released. This can happen both while awake and asleep, and is a normal body response.
So you should just fix up. Someone has to say all these, but there was fertilization. This isn't what I was thinking of. Somewhere there was a wrong information that stressed me out. But this isn't it. Oh, this is it. I don't know why they would say heart begins at 3 to 4 weeks. I even Googled it because I doubted my brain, but it's not. It's 5 to 6, just like we thought.
What's it
Everything-
say?
This says heartbeat begins at 3 to 4 weeks. I don't know. Can I complain to Quaver? Am I going too fast, too slow?
No, you're good.
Okay. And again, this is just for the 5th graders. The 4th graders was just that puberty video.
So are these going to be showed to all boys and girls separately?
Yeah.
Because in the past we've
That's what
separated
we- yeah,
boys
that's-
and girls.
I would say you get more buy-in from parents
Mhm.
if you sell it like that separately, because they're.
You mean the
already
same
uncomfortable.
information, but on different,
Well, I was
not
just-
Right.
together.
Because the girls kind of watched a separate one than the boys did when we did
They
it in the
were,
past.
they were different.
Mhm.
They never got the boys' information and the boys never got the girls' information, but, I mean, that's what it seems like we're supposed to be sharing, like making sure they know.
And when you go to
about-
the body system somewhere, oh, sorry. At some point, it's specific. But yeah, I guess that part was all of it. Yeah, I mean, that would be for everybody. And then this is like a game, I don't know. I mean, I did the game, but I was like, eh. And then there's a quiz. This doesn't say,
Welcome
but
to
the
the
quiz is
quiz.
next.
Let's see what you remember about your amazing body.
Where was
and
it? Somewhere at the
systems.
bottom it was a male, female. I must not
That's
have,
what I was wondering.
I must not have done this right. Let me try again. Okay, when you do the systems. Even this isn't trying.
Maybe it's on the other one, the back reproductive system. Go back again.
Oh, well, that's.
Ah, you can toggle, okay.
But just this one screen. Everything else is
So,
for everybody?
just to be clear,
Mhm.
are we supposed to share both male and female with boys and girls?
I think so. Is that what we need to talk about? Yes?
But they will be separate.
Mm-hmm. I would be separate while learning it.
Right. But everybody learned the same.
Over the years, I've worked with the nurse, and we've usually just done female reproductive stuff with the females and all
Mhm.
male stuff with males. But there has been an option to do both with what we had, but we just opted to do their own stuff. Just because it's such an uncomfortable topic for kids, and we were just trying to go with what's the most comfortable. But I'm willing to do whatever and tell them, be quiet, don't giggle, get serious.
When Quaver created this, apparently they didn't have this. This was people's feedback of we want that separate. So, but that's the only thing they separated.
Okay.
Oh, did you want to see a quiz? I think it's like it's a 10-question quiz there.
Who's the teacher? Who teaches? The regular classroom teacher?
No, mostly in PE. This is a PE health curriculum, so most of these are going to be, but sometimes
They're in our
different.
teats. They are in our teats, and in the past, we've had nurses at some schools that totally took the lead and did that. At my particular school, I've had 3 different nurses. One wanted to, one didn't want to, and one does. So when I have the nurses that wanted to, I would work with them. And I would do one, like the girls with my PE aide, and then she would do the boys, and maybe our principal or our 5th grade teacher would be in there with her. And that's how we played it. But at some campuses, only the nurses did it, period. So it just varied. Now we're like getting more on one accord where all PE teachers know that this is something you're supposed to be doing, and then the nurses may or may not help you. So that's kind of where it is right now.
Well, the horror was, I taught 5th grade and I thought, oh my God, I would never want to do this. You know, I was teaching science and math and I said, this is not what
That's
I
enough,
want.
huh?
This, well, I don't want, let somebody else do this.
And also the opt-in is going to be a problem doing that. I think everyone should try to do the same, but as a one person who's going to keep track of
Do you
Who has opted
want to do a form that's for all of us to use?
I think so.
Okay.
I think
So
everyone
right
should think the
now,
same.
Nurse Tony, our nurse, she already sent something out
Well,
based
Quaver-
on,
Quaver
not
has-
this.
oh, yeah, Quaver has
based
created
on
one.
the last.
Because it's
list.
not just puberty now, it's all of these sensitive topics that you have to opt into.
Ooh, you gotta do a checklist.
You've got all of these on this list are sensitive
Oh, have
topic,
mercy. Okay.
are sensitive topics.
I think this is just my opinion, Sue. You can list all the topics and just say, would you like your child to learn about these topics? Check yes or check no. Because for us, we're not gonna be able to distinguish, oh, you're the opt-in of this. You need to excuse yourself and
Right.
let me let you into the main building. Hold on, children. You see what I'm saying? So it's just.
And
here are
all of
all
it.
the
Yeah,
things.
that's gonna be the
Yeah.
biggest problem of all, I think, is keeping track of
Yeah.
who's opted in.
So when I do the puberty, I get with the coach. Now this year being at the new school and being so many kids, I wasn't able to stay in there the whole time. But usually I go in, show the video, we talk about it, but I have a list of all the students who did not turn in
Mhm.
a permission slip, and I had those kids divide up and go to other groups.
That's what
Right.
they do for us. They go to like the computer lab, and then like the art
That's-
teacher and me
yes.
stay with the boys, the nurse and the.
That's what
PD
we've done in the
coordinator.
past, too.
Yeah.
And you
and
just
I-
call off the list of the kids that can't participate in it. They'll go off to the computer lab or somewhere else.
Right, and I separated the boys and girls into two different gyms, and the AP and another teacher and another paraprofessional male aides stayed with the boys, and they did the videos while the girls did theirs. I went in at the end of the boys for questions or anything. Of course, they didn't have any for me, but that's how we did it. So
And I'll piggyback on that and say, I've given them sticky notes. So at the beginning, like just if you think you
Question.
might have a question, so they can write it discreetly, and then I just go around, pick them up, and then I just announce the question, because so many of them have the same question, they're just too shy to ask. So
Do parents have access to this as well?
Yes, it's gonna be the same where if, I believe they'll have to request it and then we can send it, rather than putting it out for everybody. And
So
then,
will that be on the letter, that the one that says yes or no? Okay.
yes, because they have to have that as they said yes.
I always sent the links to the videos out to my parents.
This.
No, when we did just the
The always changing.
Oh, okay.
I would send them the link so they could
Put that in your letter,
pre-screen it
though.
Right.
Do not
themselves.
share
I
this.
think
Right.
Nurse Tony did that like last year and the year before
Mhm.
with the pandemic and all, so
Yeah.
it was just, everybody got the links.
I've got to ask a question.
Yes, yes.
Are there topics on transgender, things like that?
No. So this particular company created this based on Texas's TEKS. They didn't go above and beyond in any way. Like they followed. So I think there could be some more meat in some of these that there's not, but they weren't based on. So no, there's absolutely not.
I get enough issues I don't want.
No, this is specific to Texas's TEKS. Yeah. I printed that out somewhere. I can pass it out. So you can hear an example of how I said some of it's cheesy. Like, so there's a song it plays, and it's cheesy. But at the end, they dance to this song, and I just wanted to. And you can
Two-step into the gun type stuff.
you can change, like you can make them do. I guess so you can do activities based on like it's just a PE
And you can change
game.
the song genre?
Yeah.
Yes, but hold
What are
on.
the genres?
Yes.
That's like making this
Look.
cheesy, who knows?
No, no.
No? No,
Let's get to the end. I was pretty surprised when I got to the end. But then but the video is actually pretty decent. Like it's not controversial. It's not guns are bad, but it's just be safe around guns. Do you want to watch it? You want to watch any of these? Okay. Oh, but it makes you like know the answers before it teaches, which I was like, I don't really know what they're going for, and then later it teaches you. So I thought that was a
I
little
think
bit
it's
backwards.
the
We
part,
start to think,
you know
yeah.
those sections that say, what do you know? What do you want to know?
Right.
I think that's their aim.
Oh, I skipped the previous. That was the song at the end that I do want you to watch.
Big play button.
Where is?
It's there. It's by the cop.
Okay, so go back.
Yeah.
Like
The
X.
little X. Okay, hold on. Like it's different on my computer. So start. Next.
See, there you go.
Knowledge is power, and knowing the facts about gun safety gives us the power to make the right choices. Guns may seem exciting when you see them in movies or video games, but in real life, the misuse of guns can be very dangerous and cause serious injury or worse. Gun safety is very important. Men and women safely use guns to defend our freedom and protect our communities every day. Guns are also used for hunting and for sport. People who own or use guns must know how important it is to handle guns safely and model gun safety rules. It is important to remember, guns are not toys and require extra responsibility to stay safe.
Just various informations. So then you can make them.
Mm-hmm.
It's right in the middle.
Yeah, this is a really good song. I learned a lot.
Yeah, I was about to say, Sue, I like this one so far.
Yeah.
To prevent unnecessary accidents. Danger could be right before your eyes. Gotta use your skills to identify. Is it safe or is it a risk? Could this be hazardous? If you're not certain, tread carefully. Pay attention to what you see. Eyes open, be aware. Eyes got danger over there.
I watched this whole video for it.
Don't be
Did I get digging?
Second my head on
I think you need to learn that dance.
So be prepared.
You learned a lot? You learned a lot from this video. What grade is this for? Is it fifth grade? I think it's fifth grade.
Personal safety. That's
Just got, just got, yeah.
Does it specifically say only fifth grade?
It's a fifth grade team, yeah. So none of these I feel are controversial. I think people are going to say no without realizing it's not yay or nay guns. It's just like, you know.
This is a,
And with all of it,
this is an opt-in?
this is an opt-in.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. So
Oh,
I'm
this
going to
hurts.
be convincing them you really do need to.
This really hurts because honestly,
You say more already?
I've had to have discussions with people about Red Ribbon Week. I talked to a mom during the pandemic when everything was online. She's like, about drug use. We don't participate in that in our household, so I don't want to expose my child to that. And I politely said, yes, ma'am, I understand. We don't participate with those types of things in my home either. But the facts are, your child will be exposed to children who are exposed to those things. And if she doesn't have an awareness then she may become prey to stuff like that. So she needs to have exposure to understand. And then I also, because I'm extra, I said we have to do that for the children that are in those households that think this is normal. And we have to help them understand, no, there's other options out there. And she's like, I understand, but I would rather her not. Okay. But dang.
And all of these, so they're presented, in my opinion, mildly. Like, I don't know why you wouldn't say yes,
You
but.
get more on the evening news.
Absolutely.
Get here, yeah.
So would there be like a link, they would have to request a link even for this, or would there be like a link, hey, you can, go and check it out, what we're gonna be showing, even, like to kind of push the issue?
They would have to request a link, I believe.
So,
But
how
just for
many-
these, because all the other, because there's other Quaver,
How many are
videos.
there? There's puberty, there's gun safety.
Everything on that list is an opt-in sensitive topic.
Do you think we could have it district-wide, so it's all universal?
Yeah.
As
You
far as
know-
the parents?
So that's one of the things of their, in discussions of, could we do that in registration? Could they opt in there?
Yes. I
But,
think
so
about
this
that.
law is specifically written where it's, you have to do this by itself, not with other things.
I was just talking about the permission slip.
Oh, yeah.
Like, can we have just like a standard permission for like?
There's
for
one
all these
from
stuff?
Quaver has one.
Okay. So we'll just
So,
send it
all right,
all.
okay, Ryan, let me just ask this. Are you saying one permission slip that has all of these on, signed, and then we're done? Or is that what you're
Or
asking?
just something,
That's
something
one.
standard, that's
That's
one,
one.
from not
with
Hamlet,
you.
not from your,
Oh,
like,
I
you
see,
know what
I
I'm
see
saying?
what you're saying.
But that-
I'm
but
with you on that, but I'm also asking, can it be just one? Or does it have to be separate? Okay, this topic is a sign in, this topic is a permission slip, this as well.
Or could the permission slip just, so if you have a first grader and you gave them the permission slip to opt in on all the videos all the way through 5th grade, they're gonna be at the same elementary. One permission slip through 4 grades.
I would at least do it every year.
Oh, wow,
You
that's a
wouldn't?
lot of paper.
It is a lot of
I
paper.
mean, I'm gonna opt
So-
in every year that we're gonna teach you this is, you're opting in.
I will say, I think as a parent, if I'm thinking about my first grader, I don't want to be thinking about a puberty lesson, whereas if I'm looking at my 11-year-old, I might be like, yeah, they need this.
I do agree.
Yeah, versus looking at a 6-year-old, I don't want to think about puberty.
Better chance of them saying yes.
Yes.
And just, I guess in that kind of thinking, it's an open enrollment district, like how my children are here, and so maybe they weren't here in kinder, first grade.
Yeah, you have to revisit it.
You know,
Yeah.
to keep up with who's got the paperwork, who didn't.
So some districts that we were talking to actually put it in their enrollment because their lawyer cleared it. It's really a gray area because it says it can't go home with any other forms. Like this is by itself, and you get it back by itself. That's the way it's written that I can see. But other districts say that their lawyers have agreed that they could do it in their electronic enrollment as a separate paper. Your districts where you live, they did it. Okay.
We need to get those lawyers.
Okay, as long as they say
Skyward.
they did it through Skyward. Okay, and they did it through Skyward at a different district, so yes, I guess it's
Wow.
okay.
It's its own form. But
Yeah.
Yeah,
A
that's
different tab.
separate enough.
Standalone form.
It's not
with
with others,
the
it's
others.
its own standalone, yes,
Yeah.
that's
Right.
right.
And also, one other question,
Mhm.
do we have to get all these done by the end of this school year?
No, because this hasn't even been approved yet. No, we have to. So we have to. Well, we have to talk about it for 2 meetings, and then the school board has to agree.
Okay.
So currently,
But puberty
because
this
we have to do something based on the T's.
Right.
We are just kinda we have to do whatever we agreed upon before.
Right. So
Which
people were still doing the same, always changing that we
And I'm fine with that,
have
because we've
always.
already sent forms and started getting things.
Yeah, for
back
this
to
year,
them.
what we've been doing, but for moving forward for next year
I think it has
is
to
what
be
we're talking
September.
about.
September, this has to be in place. Yeah.
Does anyone want to watch any more videos, or do you want me to just send them to you so that you can watch at your leisure?
Yes, please.
Okay, I'll certainly do that. Any others you want to see right now, or questions right now? Okay, well then, does anyone think there's going to be a problem implementing Quaver? I guess parents, are you parents gonna say no, absolutely don't show that to my kid? Because I feel like it's really lightweight, like wouldn't cause problems, but if you think it might, you have to. If you think it might, is when you have to tell us right now, like no, the community is gonna be mad at this. No, you think the community?
I don't know if I missed that one or, but I was just kind of about what is that?
I'm sorry.
Relationship. You want to watch that rest? Okay, or you can just.
I do have a question.
It really asks a lot of open-ended questions without answers. Like, when do you think you should start dating? When do you think you should go to the movies with somebody? Like, it was asking questions like that without giving answers. I guess as a group we're supposed to be deciding the real answers. I was wanting some real answers myself, but they didn't. They weren't saying that. But then there were suggestions, of how you were gonna maintain your own boundaries. Like, I'm not going to date till I'm 16, and I'm not going to. So there were suggestions like that you could.
I'm good with that. We had first grade issues already, and so this was something near and dear, and I wanted to know. This is my baby's sick. He was sick at the time, so yeah, children are exposed, and every home is different. So I wanted to know, what is this kind of saying?
And it does talk about good touch, bad touch.
Okay.
Safe and unsafe touch.
Mhm.
So on our opt-in, will it specify who's teaching what? Safe touch, unsafe touch, and have counselor. Like, things like that make a difference.
Dr. Wilson, on that paper, I didn't give it on everybody's paper, but this paper that has the C, Dr. Wilson wants the counselor to talk.
Right. Will it be noted on the opt-in? Because I think that would make a big difference. I think for a parent, like, I would feel more comfortable with the counselor approaching that subject than the PE teacher. Maybe they could. But that's their territory. They deal with super uncomfortable stuff all the time, What's the P? Who is that?
Just regular PE.
Oh.
So she shouldn't think you need it.
It's just, what's the N?
Nurse.
Okay.
And that was just the puberty reproductive is the only reason that she thought you needed to bring us in. But I think you guys should organize it. I think PE should organize it and say, hey nurse, we need you at this time for this day.
Yeah, exactly.
I have it organized.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
So, all of these videos are for next year?
Yes. So, for right now, we'll say we'll stop watching videos, but I'm going to send them to everybody, and when we'll meet again, you can say if you have problems with, we'll discuss anything in specific if you have any problems. Right? All right, and now we have Mrs. Edwards with nutrition updates.
Thank you. I'll be brief. So my name is Tanya Edwards. I'm the Director of Nutrition Services. I just wanted to take this opportunity to give just some updates of what we're working on as we're ending this school year and starting next school year. So first and foremost, we have some new social media pages. So we created a Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter to post daily things of the food that we're serving and just different little fun nutrition facts and things like that. So please like and follow. And then the other thing I wanted to say is that we are doing all of our menu planning for next school year. So kind of towards the end, we've been doing a lot of student taste tests and things like that, getting feedback from our students.
Can you come to Harvey Brown Elementary? I have a student council that would love to participate.
I would love to.
Okay, wonderful.
Yes, I would love to. So we've been out taste testing and things like that, getting feedback from our students as we're planning for next school year. And then also this summer we will be doing summer feeding across the district, so we will have free meals. Definitely in June, probably in July for any children in the area.
What campuses?
I don't know yet.
Over there in summer school?
Yes.
ECC, McGee. High
ECC,
school?
McGee, and high school for sure for June, but July, I'm not sure.
Can I write my email? My student council is always, what are we doing next, Coach G? So I got something for y'all.
Perfect. Yes.
Okay, so we will be meeting again soon because we had to say that we are going to recommend this if we are before the next school board meeting. So I will let you know. Is this time okay? Is this everyone's okay meeting 11:30, 12:30 or whatever?
Mm-hmm.
Sometime
11:30?
it'll be soon-ish. I don't know the exact day, but it will not be long before we have another meeting on the same information basically. Okay? Anything?
And you're gonna send these out?
Yes, I'll send you so you can have the links. Look at them at your leisure, absolutely.
Since we approved the curriculum, I'd
You
kinda
did.
like to look
So-
at what we're looking at.
Anything else? Anyone?
Yeah, I know,
Okay.
I'm scared.
How do you end these
Well,
meetings?
I was
Someone
a
calls
part
for
of
adjournment?
history when they
Sure,
did the
yeah.
girls, they didn't do the boys, you know?
So you would have just took a vote.
No,
Does everybody
when I was in
approve that you
junior,
move forward to
junior
the
high
school
school,
board?
they always
I
did
think
the
everybody
girls,
did.
but they
Huh?
never did the
One more
boys.
before
The boys
that.
were just left
Sorry.
out.
One more meeting before
Well, it's
that.
amazing
One more meeting for that.
that
Okay.
we kept reproducing.
Got it.
Yeah, I don't know. Somehow we figured it out.
But they're okay with this one?
Oh, man.
Yeah, then you just adjourn?
All right. Ready? Anyone call for adjournment? Can we?
I will.
How do you say
Okay.
it?
I move
I
to
move to
adjourn.
adjourn the meeting.
All right.
So you're Brown's PE teacher, right?
Yes.
I'm Brown what?
Are you?
Yes,
Brown?
I'm Brown.
Yeah, you got my son over there
Yeah, did
dancing?
you watch his, did you get to see his creative
Oh,
hands?
yes. He needs some skill. Hey, but let me tell you something. He thought he was so good. He's like, Dad, let me show you how good I am. I said, he got to face Daddy,